Hi, I'm here today with Heather LeBlanc. Heather is a certified personal fitness trainer and an Atlantic Canadian promoter of the sport of bodybuilding and fitness. Hi Heather, how are you doing?
Hi Lorraine, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for talking to me today. I'm really excited to.
It's my pleasure.
So, we're talking about bodybuilding and some of the offshoot of the bodybuilding sport. So, tell me how you got into it.
Well, it's actually a really interesting story. It was such a long story, I had to write it out and put it on my website for people to read. So I'll try to hit the most important parts of it. I was 140 pounds at 4'11" in 2003, and a personal trainer took an interest in me, and so he thought he would see what he could do and get me in shape. So I started training with him intensely, and over the next 3-4 months after that, I seemed to lose all my weight, so I was down to 107 pounds.
Wow.
So I really wasn't into the sport of bodybuilding at that point. I only started to learn about bodybuilding through my husband, Jean, because he's a 4-time national Canadian champion, and he came second in the world. So I didn't really know a lot about his story or his background until I started looking at pictures in his album that he would never show me because he's just so humble, and and so once I started looking through his pictures, I thought, well, I really like to get into my training a little more seriously. I like to try to do bodybuilding. So I trained under his tutelage for about 9 months, and it kind of formed into actually a love relationship. So we're married now. So when I got ready to do my first show, I did bodybuilding, and they called me Little Mighty Mouse, because that's what I look like on stage.
At 4'11"?
At 4'11".
Yes.
So I think I was 99 pounds for that show, and I placed third in my first bodybuilding competition. So later on, I started to really enjoy perhaps going to the feminine look. So, because I was kind of a tomboyish girl all my life, so I decided to get into the figure category, which is a little bit more feminine and more flow and more ladylike and more posing. So I had some enhancements to some of my body parts, and I actually made my way to the stage a year later, and I did very well. I came second in my class, and then I went on to win the New Brunswick's approximately 7 months later in 2005. So yeah, I had a really great time competing. I did about 6 shows. After that, I decided to retire from competing, and now I'm probably one of the most well-known promoters in probably Atlantic Canada. I've held 20 seminars for fitness, bodybuilding, bikini, women and men's physique. So we do those twice a year, and on top of that, we've had about 6 pro seminars.
What part does nutrition play?
Nutrition is probably the most important part of your journey, and it's probably 80% of what you're going to look like if you ever get on stage or you ever get into a sport that you need to show your muscle. Food is food for fuel. It's what gives you your energy in the gym. So, without good nutrition, if you eat garbage, you're going to look like garbage. If you eat good, healthy, nutritional food, that's when your body's going to start changing. You're going to start to get a little harder, and it's going to tighten up. You're going to start to lose body fat. You're going to start to put on muscle tissue here and there. So, it's work in progress, and, it's not going to happen overnight either. That's one of the biggest misconceptions, actually, to this whole sport, is that people think that they can just change their bodies in a week or 2 or 2 months.
Right.
But, it took me years to get, to where I was with competing and doing my second championship figure show in 2007. I had won the New Brunswicks that year as well. And it took me a good 4 years, to get to where I want it to be. So, it's a misconception to think you're going to come out of there with a trophy after 2 months.
That's a lot of workouts
training.
and a lot of good meals under your belt.
Exactly. I think with nutrition too, what plays such a big part in nutrition is that you're putting all of these, I would say, minerals and nutritional value into your body, and you're kind of creating a masterpiece,
Right.
and your food is the key. And I think that a lot of people think, well, you know, we eat like a bird. Trust me, we don't eat like a bird. We probably eat most than a normal person.
That's probably another big misconception. Is
Absolutely.
That the
Absolutely.
diet, the way of eating.